Hi, it's Stephen Huggins here from WOODPARK Poll. Together with my wife Carol and our 4 children, we run the merino stud, the WOODPARK Poll merino stud here at Hay on properties Urolli and Narrawong. We have been breeding sheep in northern Victoria and the southern Riverina for 50 years. We've had, my grandfather started a merino stud in the 50s, and it's progressed to now to the starting the poll stud here in 85 in the Riverina. And it's always been a family affair, and we really like to work with people and have that close relationship with people, you know, that we deal with. The best thing we can do for our business is make their business the best it can be, to have the best genetics that they can get and be the most profitable. So that's what drives us. It's a great responsibility for us to have impact on other people's businesses, so we take it very seriously and put a lot of effort into making sure every sheep that leaves this place is a flock improver and will take the client further forward. Harrison Mulwinney, a young guy, came to us 6 or 7 years ago and wanted to start a merino flock. After a couple of days at the Bendigo Sheep and Wool Show, he decided that our sheep he liked the best and would like to start, so we got 110 old ewes for him to start with. He came and bought our surplus young ewes, the second draft of even, at Jerilderie surplus sheep sale, and he's gone on to see where he is, to know where the next move is. He's put sheep in the Peter Westblade Memorial Weather Trial. That's Australia's largest genetic evaluation. In the last 2 shearings, they've been combined fleece and carcass value the #1 team. So they've made the most money than any other team in that trial for the last 2 years. So $10 a head more, which is a great achievement. And analysing, so that information that he's got back is something he can now come and select rams and see where his next move is. What can he target when selecting rams? And that's pretty much what we would like people to get out of it. The Kritzberger family really analyse what they do with their breeding operation and how it fits in with their cropping, and they really do analyse. I've encouraged those guys, and they've gone in and done well. Initially, after that, when they first started breeding rams, buying rams from us, they went in it just to see where they were, to see where they could target. They saw that their fleece values were about average for the trial, but their carcass values were soft, and they probably identified that in coming to us. But by targeting growth rates, eye muscle, fat, they've gone in to be some of the highest body weight sheep in the trial. In fact, the current 1-year weather trial, they've got the heaviest weather in the trial at the moment. So, you know, it shows that using the information, collecting that information and seeing where you're at, and then targeting going forward, you know, what you can achieve. So probably what sets us apart from a lot of the merino studs or polled sheep around at the moment, we really have an ethos of breeding our own type from our own base, with selective use for outside genetics, but a lot to do with linkage for ASBVs. So doing that, we really using the craft of breeding, utilising the assets that the ram has and matching with ewes for increased progeny outcomes. So I suppose it's difficult times at the moment with COVID being problematic through Australia and the world, but I suppose the things we're doing to counteract that, we've just catalogued the rams and setting up for our open day on the 3rd of September, building towards the auction on the 21st of September at Jerilderie. We are going to take footage of each individual ram and lot from the same angle, and then send that out to clients, and so they can get as best handle they can on what the sheep look like. We're hopeful that there is some restrictions being softened, so a number of the Victorian base clients we've got should be able to get here, but if that isn't the case, we're going to definitely have that. We've got a lot of detail in the catalogue. The consistency of how we breed our sheep makes it easy for clients because they have a lot of confidence in how they perform at home. But we're also offering, if people can't get to the sale and have bought through that method, with we're going to be live streaming and Auctions Plus as well, that if they get their group of 4 or 5 rams home and there's one that just doesn't quite fit, we're quite happy to offer perhaps credit, or when they can get in front of sheep the next year, and if that doesn't work for them. But that, we're trying to be very flexible. We've got a pretty good relationship with most people we work with and clients that I hope they realise how genuine we are, and that we'll do anything to help ease the difficulty that's currently around. We're really lucky to have a season this year. So often in Hay we have rainfall events, and if you get a couple that benefit each other, it's probably a good year. But this year it's been sort of sustained rainfall from April on here, probably a bit better further away, earlier rain, but it's been really good, and it's given the sheep the ability to really demonstrate their capabilities. So that gives us, being based at Hay, so sheep that we sell rams into Ivanhoe, Wilcannia, Longreach, and we can sell rams to Goulburn, Bookham, the northeast of Victoria, Ngambie, down into Gippsland, and the Western District of Victoria, south of Hamilton. And that same sheep that's got constitution for the drier times where we probably see more here, has got the constitution to be able to handle the wet, miserable conditions in the southern regions. And that white waxy wool, which can handle wet environments and repel moisture, in the drier environments, it's that waxy sealed wool that keeps the dust out and protects the sheep that way. And that constitution and the robustness of the sheep is important everywhere, really. So yeah, again, a feature of our sheep, which gives us that versatility to go into so many different districts and perform equally well. We always talk about breeding sheep and just trimming the levers like driving an old grader. You just trim the levers, you don't pull any levers too hard, and that balance of animal with that carcass attributes, fleece weight, quality wool, growth rates, it's very important. And especially with variable seasons, which we get a lot of at Hay, but everywhere in Australia, we have that growth rate's important, so the sheep can recover from whatever it is, whether it's a dry season or lambing or further south, wet, miserable conditions. Their ability to recover and get back in lamb and have all that's really important, and that's always been a part of what we do. Fertility, that's a big thing. We've always tried to increase our ewe numbers, and the best way to do it is to breed them rather than try to buy them.